Most people are measuring the wrong stuff. Revenue dips and your body tenses up, your sleep score drops and you're feeling off. One tense meeting and you start questioning your leadership and your performance. Today, we're going to talk about your lead and lag indicators and why obsessing over the wrong ones is wrecking your performance. If your output feels lower than what you're capable of, this episode will show you where the real bottleneck is. There are two types of performance indicators. Lag indicators are outcomes, your revenue, your retention, your HRV, your body composition, your sleep score, team output. These tell you what's already happened, your outcome. Lead indicators are behaviors, what you did, what you repeated, what you controlled. They influence results before the results show up. The problem is many high performers obsess over lag indicators, the results. They check outcomes constantly. And when those outcomes don't go their way, their system reacts to it through tight body, shallow breathing, increased heart rate. Their shoulders are up to their ears and they're feeling this rise in tension. And the need for control increases, which then means their perspective also narrow. Lag indicators are downstream. You don't directly control them. And when you try, you inevitably spike your system. When you fixate on outcomes, your brain shifts into scanning mode. What's wrong? Where did I slip? Who underperformed? What needs tightening? It feels productive because you're reacting afterwards, but is not. Chronic leg fixation keeps your cortisol high, your body tight, and your perspective narrow, like we spoke about, and you lose that flexibility as a result. All of a sudden, you can't see options and perspective the way you typically could. And the tighter you grip, the more you burn the resources you need to produce the results you want. The things you need, like focus, clarity, strategic depth, your energy, they all become unavailable to you. Now you're working harder to fix a problem that your reaction has partially been creating. And that loop can run for years without people realizing them. Lead indicators bring you back to something you can actually control in the present moment. Instead of my sleep score dropped, ask yourself things like, what was my wind down routine last night? Did I stop caffeine at the right time? And how was my morning routine the day before? Instead of my team feels off, ask yourself things like, did I regulate myself before going into that meeting? Did I communicate expectations clearly? And instead of I feel foggy, ask yourself, did I have breakfast? What did my morning look like from when I woke up to when I got to work? Am I hydrated? Have I been regulating myself between meetings? You can't control clarity, but you can control the inputs that created. Clarity is a lag result of regulated physiology and focused behavior. Lead indicators are regulating because they give you something to act on, something that you can actually have control over, shifting you from scanning to doing. Bring your prefrontal cortex back online. Lag fixation activates your deep survival fears, like fear of loss, and lead focus activates agency, and agency lowers stress. And when stress chemistry drops, your best thinking, strategy come back. Regulation first, and you can access more of your intelligence, the things that made you successful and an amazing leader in the first place. A lot of high performers resist this shift. There is this belief that if they stop watching outcomes constantly, things will fall apart or their standards will drop. But lead indicators, they don't remove your drive, your discipline, your success. They actually make everything better. They move your focus from reacting to results to building the conditions that create them. It's like obsessing over the finished house instead of the daily construction plan. If you want to try this, start very simple. Pick 3 lag indicators you tend to obsess over, whether that's your revenue, your energy, team output, your body composition, sleep. Then define 3 to 5 lead behaviors for each of those. Be specific instead of, I want to sleep better. Say, lights off by 10:30 p.m. No emails after 9, no screens an hour before bed. Get outside for 10 minutes within 20 minutes of waking. Instead of, I want to be better. I want to be a better leader. Say, I will regulate before meetings. And even better, have a list of all the tools that work for you to regulate your state. Ask one clarifying question before responding to your team. Address any conflict within 24 hours. Don't wait. Track your behaviors and then watch what happens to your nervous system. And from there, watch what happens to your output. If your performance feels inconsistent or you know you're not performing at your full capacity, start with your lead indicators. Regulate the inputs and the outputs will follow. That shift alone can change how it feels to lead your company, your body, your relationships, and your life.